Dork on a rampage.
Choose Your Own Adventure books, were books that you chose the adventure of. It gave you a basic plot, almost like a role-playing game, and then you worked your way through page to page. And at certain sections, it would give you options. For example, option number 1. If you choose to follow the staircase, turn to page 43. If you choose to follow the ledge and enter a dark opening, turn to page 42. And it went like that for the entire book, and you had to keep on going and choose the right path to get you to the ending. There were a whole bunch of somewhat good endings, one really good ending, and a lot of ones when you died. Simple enough. Well, in 1992, Nintendo thought that they'd get in on the action, and so they pimped out their portly plumber and started making a series of Nintendo Adventure books. Thank God they don't do that anymore, huh? Shit. Anyway, you could tell right off the bat that these things were pretty cheesy. I mean, listen to the titles. Double Trouble, Leaping Lizards, Monster Mix-Up, Koopa Capers, Pipe Down, Dinosaur Dilemma, Flown the Koopa, Unjust Desserts, Doors to Doom. The hell? It's like they went from Mario to a death metal album. Now, they made about 12 of these books, and most of them were about Mario, but 2 of them were about The Legend of Zelda. And that's the one I'm going to be talking about today. Nintendo Adventure Books number 10, featuring The Legend of Zelda, The Shadow Prince. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to have to tell you, this actually isn't that bad. Heck, compared to the Legend of Zelda cartoon they had, this is gold. Now, from the back, it makes itself out to be a huge adventure.
Princess Zelda welcomes a handsome stranger to Hyrule after he heroically saves her life. But when he shows a suspicious interest in the Triforce, Link begins to distrust him. What is the prince's real mission in Hyrule? And what is his true identity? As in all Nintendo Adventure books, you control the action. Only you can make the choices that allow Link to keep the Triforce of Wisdom safe from the sinister prince. Only you can reduce forest fires. Only you can reduce, reuse, recycle. Help him crack codes, solve puzzles, conquer mazes, work an easy bake, and subdue enemies. You and Link must save Hyrule, or go down in final defeat.
Remember, have a magical Legend of Zelda adventure. Let me outline exactly what happens in this book. Like a Choose Your Own Adventure book, you read through, and every once in a while, it'll give you options. For example, if you think Link should wait to use the mirror, try page 9. If you think Link should use the mirror immediately, turn to page 64. Now, in the other Choose Your Own Adventure books, the official ones by TSR, there are usually more options given, at least on some pages. Here, you're just going to have 2 options. Where Nintendo does try to mix it up is the fact that they add neat little puzzle elements. So it's not just guesswork and going on your gut. Some of these things you actually have to do a bit of thinking. Kind of. For example, in this one, it gives you a math problem. That's right, a math problem. Link knows that bots always travel in families, with a mother, a father, and several baby bots. From his perch in the tree, he can see that there are 7 male bots. He can also see that each of the young bot brothers has only 1 sister. Fighting bots is a strange business. The more of them there are, the easier it is to confuse them. Link decides to stay in the tree if there are less than 14 bots in the clearing, and to fight if there are 14 or more. How many bots are there? I mean, really, after reading that, I half expected to turn to the next page and find the train leaves the station at 2 o'clock, If it's moving at 32 miles an hour, when will it reach Denver? Huh. You see, that is a pressing question. When will the train reach Denver? Huh? Huh? You know what? That's what I would like to know, Nintendo. That's what I would like to know. I'll admit, Nintendo did make a pretty good attempt to make the book somewhat like a video game. They have a point system, which actually, I'll show you in the back here. And, as you'll see above, there are items, a lot of them taken straight from the Legend of Zelda game. Actually, I think pretty much all of them are. And as you go through the adventure, you will have different kind of branches you can go on, and you can pick up these different items. All the branches, pretty much all of them, will end up leading back to either winning the game, there's only one ending, or dying a horrible fiery death, or in one situation turning into a blob. One thing I think is really neat is the artwork kind of tries to emulate the artwork you would find in the original Legend of Zelda, especially Legend of Zelda: The Adventures of Link. Like this little picture here. And most notably, this is a sword pretty much taken straight off the cover of Zelda: The Adventure of Link. I think that's pretty neat. Now, this isn't nearly as lush artwork as the stuff found in the TSR books. Those actually have, like, really well drawings, full scenarios. This just has, like, have little bits, little pieces, maybe a character model here and there. But at the same time, that almost enhances the video game feeling, almost like you're just kind of staring at the sprites, which was basically what you were doing with the Nintendo, so it all balances out. So, when all is said and done, I think that this is actually kind of a neat idea. It's taking the fun video games from the Nintendo era and putting them into literature form. Kind of neat. And it's still interactive. It's basically like you're reading through the video game. But at the same time, it's so cheesy that it makes you very, very glad that the Nintendo adventure books stayed in the 1990s. So, peace out, have fun out there, and now, if you'll excuse me, I have me a major hankering to play some Adventures of Link. Huh? Huh? Ah, Marlin! Ah, spider! Freaking! Ah! Good old adventure book. You're not gonna kill me. Turn to page 102. Yeah. Moblin! A spider! No! Game over! What? God damn it!